where we have parallel sessions, and we have 5 sessions to go. After that, in hour 48, we will have the great farewell and closing ceremony. I hope you will stay with us for the next 2 hours. We have the 5 sessions coming up. You can see on this slide now, and I would like to invite the session hosts to introduce what they will do there and who they are. We'll start with the blue room, please.
Okay, ma'am.
Hello, Soumya. Yeah.
Yes. Ma'am, I think if you switch off your video, we may be able to hear you better.
We lost maybe, Soumya, could you do the introduction and then you can start again in your session room after that?
Yes. So this is the session room, or I have to go to the blue room?
No, this is the round of introduction. So we're asking you just to do 1 sentence about what to expect from your session.
Okay. I'm Soumya, and I've developed the course Flourishing with Positive Psychology and Storytelling with Dr. Rekha Chavan. And we are going to talk about the mentor-mentee relationship that is formed during the course. So that is the highlight of what we are going to present today.
Thank you. Next up is the green room.
Yes. Okay. Steffen, willst du?
Okay, so I am the person. Yeah, so we are going to introduce to you Wir lernen online. It's a project, translated it would be like We are learning online. We at the beginning of the COVID-19 pandemic started a project to collect as much OER content in Germany as possible and make it available through a central search engine. And yeah, we want to show you what we did, what things we encountered, and talk to you about our project.
Thank you. Next up, the orange room.
Hi everyone. We're very happy to be here this afternoon. My name is Ghislaine Tega, and I'm joined here by my colleague Calista Regis. So we're just going to be sharing our experience on creating a curated OER repository based on, so we just finished building a repository for the Organization of Eastern Caribbean States, which is going to be used by all Caribbean countries. So we just want to share our experiences and the lessons learned and what it takes to put together an OER repository. Thank you.
Thank you. What will happen in the pink room?
Hello everyone, this is Dilip, working as an English graduate teacher. I have used most of the OER resources which are available in my classroom, and I have got better results rather than the traditional classroom. I wish to share different OER tools which are available for the school teachers to make use of that in their classrooms, and I have made it like a strategy kind of thing, and I'll share my experience in my session.
Thank you. Last but not least, the purple room.
Hi, everyone. My name is Karen Ferreira-Meyers. I live and work in Eswatini, which is a small country in southern Africa. And I will be talking about a program we have set up for online teaching for educators, where we are working as much as possible with open educational resources. And I look forward to interacting with all of you.
That's amazing, Karen. I didn't know that. My daughter graduated in Eswatini.
Oh, was she at Waterford?
Yes.
Oh, lovely.
Amazing.
Great.
The last session, the last hour. So I don't want to...
For Grolier International Private Limited. And we to see the multiple intelligence development for the kids.
Thank you so much for that introduction. For all the participants, I wish to tell that I'm recording this session with your permission. I've started the recording. Okay. Sure. Shall I hear from Doris Kaufman? Okay. I could not get. Let me start quickly my presentation. So gamification in education is the topic which I'm going to talk today. And to introduce myself, I have already introduced my name as Dilip. I'm working as a teacher, and on my behind you could see a big fort which is nearby my place. And I'm staying in a village, Satyamangalam, and it belongs to Viluppuram district, Tamil Nadu of India. And I have received 3 national awards for different practices, and one for best teacher, another one for innovative practices, and the next one is for effective usage of technology in my classroom. So this is the article being published by Ministry of Education from our country. And when you click at this link, you can also watch the video. And one more information is that I have also shared this presentation in the briefing. So many of them since yesterday and day before yesterday were talking about this OER. Let me also tell, as far as our gamification is concerned, open educational resources or teaching and learning and research materials in any medium. It could be in digital or otherwise without any patent rights. They are giving it free, that reside in the public domain or have been released under an open license that permits no cost access, use, adopt and redistribute by others, and no or limited restriction should be there. That's OER. And OER form part of open solution alongside free and open source softwares. That's fast, we know, open access, open data and crowdsourcing platforms. So let's come to our today's topic, gamification. So generally, gamification is defined as a set of activities and process to solve some problems by using the characteristics of some of the game elements which we were playing traditionally. Games we used to play many. We used to take some of the elements and we'll include that into the field of education. That is what we call as gamification. The gamification of learning is an educational approach that seeks to motivate students by using video game design and game elements in learning environments. The goal is to maximize enjoyment and engagement by capturing the interest of learners and inspiring them to continue learning. This is the expansion given by Wikipedia. So how are we going to integrate that into pedagogy? So this is a game for only 3 of you. You are there. I'm giving you just 5 to 10 seconds. You're going to watch all the elements which are there on the screen. And after that, I'll move on to the next slide and I'll be asking how many of these tools or the things which you are using in your day-to-day life or in your career or in schools or universities, wherever you go. So your time starts now. You can keenly observe this. One condition is that you should not take any note. Okay, let's start from Christian sir. How many things do you remember and which do you use?
I remember the tablet, smartphone, the printer, the badge.
Okay. Do you use the badge to give it to others or have you received many badges?
I have received some badges and sometimes, not very often, I used badges to give to my students.
Okay, that's fine. Okay. Now let's hear from Divya. Hemu.
Yeah, I like to use and there's as painting, audio video thing, and sometimes puzzles.
That's fine. You use almost static. You prefer static than the digital ones. And Christians are used to remember all the digital devices which are there. So the pedagogy where we are going to discuss should be the blend of both physical as well as virtual games must be there. Is the main policy which I have adopted. Let us discuss gamification and game-based learning. Do you think that gamification and game-based learning both are same? What about, it's very easy for me because I can directly talk with 3 of you or there. Otherwise, I should raise polls and ask. Do you think both are same or no? Let me get the answer. Yes or no? Christian, sir?
No, might be.
Yeah, Divya's answer is no. What's yours, sir?
My answer is no.
Yeah.
I don't think it's the same. I think game-based learning is still a game, and gamification are the game mechanics you use for teaching or learning or to increase motivation.
Amazing. You're almost up to the answer. Both of you are right. They are not similar. And most of the times, we used to convert the traditional question answers true or false or any of the exercises which we make use of in our classroom or converted into games. That is gamify, modify those games into games like things. So that is gamification. And game-based learning is students play and learn through virtual games kind of thing. So we can take some Android application games which they play and they learn certain vocabulary, or puzzles they learn and learn some vocabulary. For this gamification, I can give one example. Like we have general say true or false in our textbooks. So we can convert those sentences into steps and we can give it to different teams, and we can give each team 5, and if they get all 5 correct, and that team wins. So we have converted the same writing exercise into game. So it is gamified. Again, it was like a physical game. And if we want to convert that into a virtual game, we can make it as a game by giving all the 5 questions and making it as round 1 for 5 questions. If they answer all 3 out of 5 correct, they can move on to the second level. Likewise, we can create a virtual game from that also. That is game-based learning becomes. So this is more or less similar, but there is a slight difference between gamification and game-based learning. So now what kind of activities can be there in the gamification is that listen and respond. They can listen to some audio materials and they can respond to that. And watching a video and answering for the questions can be there. They can search for some information and they can get the information. There can be some games to play and they'll win after finding out and playing those. There can be some puzzles. If they solve the puzzles, they'll get the answers for that. And some projects can be there. If they complete the projects, they are considered to be winners. So these are some examples. And so I'm going to share completely what are the platforms which are available online free of cost to make all this. Game creation platforms. Here we have Scratch is the best tool where we can create games. I hope you have already made use of that. Christian, sir, have you used this Scratch?
No, not yet. Okay, so thank you very much for the idea.
Yeah, this is like coding based. Easily you can make the scenes and you can give a coding by dragging and dropping in, and you can create games online. And there are some tools like App Inventor is by MIT, which is free for creating Android applications. And for web-based, there is another website called whiskonline.com. These are 3 beautiful tools where you can create wonderful games online and share it with your students. Next, if you are going to create quiz, live worksheets, and this is where you can easily convert your PDF into interactive worksheets. And during this COVID time, it was really helpful for most of the teachers. And the best thing is that there are lots of already created resources which are available, that too in English. If you want any resource which can be created by others, can be made use of by you for your classroom. The other beautiful thing is you can download and you can modify that and resend that as per the OER policy. You can also do that. And h5p.org, there was a first session with the creator of this platform. And this is a beautiful platform where you can create different types of quizzes and interactive applications. The next application which I'm going to share is learningapps.org. Here, there are certain templates given by them, and you can easily create lots of applications, and you can share it with your students or the learners. And this is like a easy app creation kind of thing. Next, as Divya was interested already with painting, she had already mentioned, and there is a wonderful tool called tuxpaint.org, and you can download this and make use of in any computer. This is available for both Windows as well as for Linux or Ubuntu or any operating system. And the best thing about this tuxpaint is that you can integrate the stamps which are there. When you download the package of stamps, you can make use of the stamps and create beautiful artworks instead of drawing. Like stamp pads, there will be there. Animal stamp board, if you click on the animals, that will come in the scene wherever you want. You can pick out trees and you can stamp it. That's best thing which my kids love. And especially for kids below 5 years, sorry, 5th grade, that's below 10 years, you can make use of this child's play, which is available from the link which I have given. And most of us will be giving our kids some puzzles to solve manually, like they'll integrate grids and they'll make some shapes of houses or some vehicles kind of thing. Here is a beautiful toy creation online platform, squeakland.com, where e-toys are there. Kids can make their own toys online. So this is time for you. This is a device. What device is this? You can guess with the pictures. I think Christian can easily find out because it's digital device. I'll give you a clue as well. Divya, this is used by everyone daily.
Is it a smartphone?
Yes, you're somewhat nearing. What is that?
Television.
No, sir. Christian had given nearing answer.
Is it a smartphone?
Yeah, phone is right.
Cell phone. Cell phone. No, iPhone.
Yes, it's iPhone.
Is it iPhone? Okay.
Yeah, it's iPhone. You're right. You got it. Nice. This is picture connection. The next word is this.
Okay.
This is element. What element is this?
Carbon.
Yes, you
It's
got
carbon.
it. Yeah, it's carbon. It's carbon.
Yeah. Okay.
So there are 4
on
devices. Which one is odd one out of this?
Television.
Okay, how do you say it's television? Justify your answer.
All other things are, we can hear. Visualization is happening through television. Might be in smartphones too, but yeah, bigger screen.
What's your opinion, Christian sir? Which one is odd one out of the 4?
I also think C is out because A, B, D are communication in both ways. And C is maybe communication, but only in one way.
Yeah, you're right. Both of you are right. C is the odd one because the other 3 devices are used to communicate through voice, but C is not possible. It's a screen which will display, that's it. Okay, now it's my turn to explain you about, I have taken 5 greater elements of where we can use, what are the softwares. This session would be generally about the complete resource hub of what resources are useful for each subjects I'll be sharing. Number one is about language arts. That's my part. And the pathetic thing is that there are a less number of resources which are available. And there is a lot of scope for the designers to develop free and open source softwares for language development. The second one is about math. The third one is about science and EVS. Fourth one is about social science. And the fifth one is about computer science I'll be sharing. So for the language, we have two beautiful tools, which are K-Hangman. We are popularly using this Hangman Out game. This is a digital hangman where you will find like dash words. And if they complete within the stipulated chances, they'll get out of that. Otherwise, they'll get into the trouble. That's how they have created. And K-Anagram is another wordplay game where they can easily play and learn words. So another two resources here, I was talking about K-Hangman and K-Anagram. I have given you the link where you can download that. And another wonderful link is that games2learnenglish.com is where you can get more than 20 applications to download. Just click and play. The other more than 25 are there which are online playing. So it has both online as well as offline tools for a language teacher to make use of that in their classrooms. So when you move to this mathematics, which is somewhat difficult for the students to visualize, they can solve problems, but to visualize like what is the formula says and other things, this GeoGebra really helps a teacher to visualize the things which are there as a formula. And there are another tools like K-Algebra, Sage, or Project, KIG, PSPP, and TuxMath. These are some of the tools starting from primary to college level. GeoGebra and others are up to college level. We can make use of that tools. So we'll move on to the next one. So this is the link for GeoGebra, and you can download, and even you can make use of the online GeoGebra. And there are lots of tutorials, and there are already built-in samples and the projects which are free for everyone to make use of. The next one is about, I have given Linux KBrach, which is for learning fractions. You can make use of this. And for science, there are some beautiful tools like Avogadro, Calcium, PhET simulations, STEP, Rasmal, and Stellarium. All these tools are FOSS tools which can be made use of by a science teacher to teach without any burden. So here is the link for PhET, and you can go through that, go to the link, and you can select, and you can make use of it online. There is another wonderful feature which is there in PhET, is that you can download that experiment, and you can customize it, and you can make use of that in offline also. And for Calcium, I have given the link here to download and make use of that. So for teaching geography, we have Marble, K Geography is there, QGIS, and GRASS are some of the free tools which are available. I was talking about Stellarium in science also. I have given the link here. This is a real-time planetarium. You can watch real-time sky, Earth, any planets, stars from this software you can download and install this in your computer, and you can make use of this as a real-time Earth and planet viewer. This is like a planetarium in your mobile or in your computers. And for web-based, I have given Bhuvan, which is a project by NRSC.government, and this has all maps and other geography related resources free. And for computer science, if you are interested to learn coding, you can learn from this code.org. And for the basic beginners, if they want to practice keyboard usage or the mouse usage, they can make use of the tux typing. I have given the link here for the tux typing, and you can make use of this link to download and practice keyboard and mouse as a beginner. And the next wonderful package, I could say, is that gamification package. I could say this is the best out of the rest because it has inbuilt of more than 100 games inside, which are about, I'll give you, like if you are about computer discovery, you can practice mouse, keyboard, and for touchscreen also there is practice game. And if you are going for practicing a language or reading, there are practicing for letters, words, reading practice, and typing text. And if you are practicing math or arithmetic, there are beautiful games designed for learning numbers, operations like basic operations of addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. And for memorying the tables, and for enumeration, double entry tables, all these are there. And for science, the canal lock, the water cycle, renewable energy, and there are lots of more activities which will help you to learn the science. And for general games for brain development, they have given chess game, memory game, aligning 4, and hangman is also there. Tic-tac-toe is a famous traditional game. It's also there, digitalized. And apart from this, for the primary kids, there are learning colors, shapes. Even for the blind children, Braille is also there, incorporated in this G-Compress suite. And they'll also learn how to tell time. And currently, this G-Compress offers more than 100 activities. And now they are also working on developing more for the kids. G-Compress is a free software. It means that you can adopt it to your own needs, improve it, and most importantly, share it with children everywhere. And I have given the software link here below. And I have also given the tutorial link created by my kids and myself. And you can make use of the tutorial to learn how to make use of the software. And in Kerala, they are making use of this effectively from class 1 to class 5. We can plan it like a structured work of first day. This will be taught like that. If we have a planner, then this will work very good for all-round development. This is like a e-school which is installed into your computers. I hope you've loved about G-Compress suite. These are some screenshots you can see. And this is about keyboard practice. This is the settings icon. This is like science, and this is general games. This is arithmetic. This is puzzles. This is for language arts, and this is that tic-tac-toe and other games available. So this is what for favorites. You can book any one of that by clicking on this as favorites, and whatever games you want to play will come into this favorites, and you can play it whenever and wherever needed without going into all the menus. You can directly play from here. So we will move on to the next one. For creating text, there are some beautiful tools which are like a game-based creation of quizzes. This is created by Hot Potatoes. If you download one, you can create close test or puzzles or word puzzles or MCQs. This kind of tests can be created by using this Hot Potatoes. And our Indian government have launched wonderful tools like Diksha, where all the state syllabus are integrated, and there are quizzes for all subjects. And NROER is an open repository, educational repository, where you can find audio content, video content, mind maps, paintings, drawings, audio files, and all are together. And Swayam is the platform where any student or anyone across the globe can register for online courses, even the gamification course or coding course or any course, and they can learn from this free of cost. This is online course creation and distribution. So I have told you I have tried one project called Gamified Grammar, and this is the blogspot where I have shared my project, gamifiedgrammar.blogspot.com. I'm going to share you some glimpses of that. And so this is the procedure which I have followed. This gamified grammar is a research project which I have carried out for my classes of 8 and 9. And it had been developed by me for developing the English language fluency. I have tried to teach my students grammar, which are blended with some games and activities. Here I have followed 5 steps. The number 1 is like introducing learners to a physical game. I'll make them take them to the ground and I'll make them to play some games physically, which are traditional games. And following that, I'll give them some reading cards to learn about the topic. And I'll give them ideas of grammar in situation at the 3rd stage. It's like a story based. And after that, I'll introduce them to online games, which are shared by me. Mostly of games to learn English.com will support me with that. And at the end, we'll have attending a quiz. At the end of all the topics, we'll conduct a grammar marathon where students will cross milestones and reach the destination. That's like an exam which is conducted. In all the phases or all the stages, they'll not be knowing that they are learning grammar or they are developing English fluency. This is the speciality of this. These are some of the clips which I could share. Like when we were taking my students to the smart classroom and they'll be playing in the interactive whiteboard, they'll have lots of fun. And this is how they smile and learn vocabulary. And they'll also say this is for preposition. I'll be giving them instruction on how to do that. And I wanted to share about one store where you can download all the free apps, is that F-Droid. We are going for Play Store. Instead of that, if you go for F-Droid, it is free Droid where you can download all free apps which are available. So on this, I have also trained many teachers in making use of these free applications. What you are looking into the picture, can you imagine what is that picture says, Christian sir? On my behind?
Is it Audacity?
Yeah, you're right. You got it. It's about Audacity, which is a sound editing tool. It can be made use of, like nowadays, podcast has become very popular, and editing the audio through Audacity is that. And you can also see teachers playing something, and we have trained on that. I've shown some images. When you look at this image, can you guess what software might be this out of the softwares which I have shared? If you look at closer to the screens of the teachers, you can easily find out. Any guesses you can come? So I'll give you a clue. I was talking a lot about this. Unmute and say, Divya.
Some gamification, car game is going on.
Yeah.
Don't know the software name. Yeah.
Okay. What is
Kind
your
of gamification.
Yeah, you're right. It's games which are there. Okay, it starts with G.
Is it G
Don't know
compress?
the exact
Yeah,
software
you're right.
name.
You got it.
Yeah,
Christian sir
correct.
got it.
Gcom.
It's G compresses the
Correct, correct.
software. I
Yeah.
was telling that if you
Yes.
forget about all the subject tools, also if you remember one name G compress, that's a complete tool. And we have also trained many teachers in making use of that. This is one image. And this is the technology team who work behind spreading training to all the teachers. And this is the global team we as teachers share. And this is where I wanted to share about that. And here, before conclusion, we'll discuss some points and then we'll conclude the session. Still, we have 5 more minutes, I guess. So we'll talk about Christian sir. I would like to hear from you. You have told that you're from Germany. Can you name some games which are traditionally played, like you can see in the image? And I can share 1 or 2 traditional games of our country. Not about virtual games. Students, kids used to go and play something. Can you name some games?
Very traditional soccer, of course, in Germany. Then yes, some games with painting, like that on the picture.
Okay.
So painting and jumping is very traditional.
Yes, jumping. Then
And
painting, jumping.
card games are very traditional in Germany.
What games? Okay.
Card with cards.
Card. Okay, cards.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, that's.
Anything else? Do you have crops or something like farming?
No.
Okay.
We have not so much farming in Germany.
Okay. That's fine. Thank you. Divya, can you share any some of the traditional games which are there in our country? There are lots of games.
Yeah. Kabaddi,
Kabaddi
Kho-Kho.
is the state game. Yes, Kho-Kho. Kabaddi is a physical game which there will be 2 teams and they'll be attacking and they'll be playing. Good. Then
Kho-Kho.
Kho-Kho is there.
That's it.
Thank you. And there are lots many like playing with pebbles and playing with marbles and playing with a stick in the streets and small broomsticks. They'll also play with that. And snake and ladder is one, and playing with the dice. I hope playing with the dice will be there in Germany also. Am I right?
Yes, playing with the dice is also very popular.
Playing with dice. Snake and ladder is also there.
Yes.
Ludo.
Ludo
game.
Ludo is there. Yes. There are lots of games like this. I thought of converting all those traditional games into virtual games, and where we can integrate teaching of subjects as well when we teach this to the students, where the students will be interacting and they'll also remember the traditional games and they'll do that. And we can make some quizzes. And is there any idea of new type of questions? If I can get some inputs from Christian, like what types of questions do you have in your school curriculum?
What types of questions? We have single choice, multiple choice, writing a text.
Yeah.
Reading, yes.
Reading. Then any new type of tests, question types?
Some new types of tests, maybe some programming, small tests.
Okay, these are the types of tests which you have in yours. And Divya, do you think that there are new types of questions which are there, but which are not adopted in schools? Is there any new type of questions?
No, I don't.
Okay. there are some types of questions which are not familiar, like which are used for competitive exams sometimes, like analogy type is there, which shows the relationship. And most of the times we test only reading skill and writing skill. We also wanted to test other types of skills, but we failed to do that. Mostly we think of trying to test their memory skills. This should be wiped out, and in future we can make use of other types of questions as well. That's through gamification it is possible, I guess. So this is our team. Like, we have a quick round of discussion with there is another one, Doris Kaufman, one link, and Bernard Old, Schaffermeyer, and there are other participants as well. I was interacting with only few of the participants. Others, if you have any questions, you can ask, or we'll finish the session with this. Any questions? Doris sir or Bernard Old, Schaffermeyer? Or any others, if you have any questions?
I have no question, but thank you for your talk. It was inspiring.
Thank you so much, sir. It's my pleasure. May I know where are you from?
I'm also from Germany.
Oh, that's nice.
I work at the University of Wuppertal.
Okay, sir. Doris sir is hello from Switzerland, I could get. And can I hear some words from sir, Doris sir? Okay. As I don't think he's going to. And there is another one, STD. So, okay, let me conclude this session. Keep smiling, have fun, and let's learn more. Let's gamify all. And I think that I should give a big round of applause for all of you like this. This is a big round of applause for all of you for joining me on this wonderful day. And if you have any questions, open to all of you. And if you want to share anything about your project or something, it's open time.
Yeah. Session for me, first wonderful session, Dilip sir. Opportunity to create the gamification as a curriculum to inbuilt in the primary or in the the preschool section.
Yes, thank you.
So
There is a break in your voice. Can you repeat?
Is there any curriculum build up with a gamification process for preschool sector?
Yes, there is. It's like not a universal or national wise, but there is a curriculum which is designed by our central government. It's ictcurriculum.gov.in. There is curriculum, that is the curriculum, ICT curriculum for both teachers available as well as for students also available. You can get it, the concept paper and the curriculum is also available, and we can modify it according to our needs of our school in our country. And it can also be viewed and made use of by other country people also, if you wish to go with that. This is a curriculum which is beautifully designed by NCERT of our nation. And I was also talking about
that's great.
Yeah, I was also talking about in Kerala, they have segregated the different games from this G-Compress suit itself, like for first standard, this games for reading and writing, and likewise you can play and you can integrate for class level, grade level, and what to teach through that can be done in-house. for according to our needs. The platform is provided as fast by some experts, and we can make use of that as a beautiful curriculum by designing ourselves. That's the thing which I wanted to share. Thank you for the wonderful question, so that everyone got the answer that ICT curriculum is developed by our country. Thank you. Any other questions or
It's great to hear.
yeah, if you wish to share anything.
We could able to see a lot of creativity in your each and every slide. So I wish all the presenters can, input your creativity into the presentation, which gives a big whole, the view we can imagine, and it will be stored in the memory forever. Yeah, thanks.
Thank you.
Thanks a
Thank
lot.
you. To visualize whatever is going on, you have made that, and I hope the gamification session was useful, and your kid will also make use of the G-compress suit and learn a lot in future, I guess. Thank you. And
Yeah,
I could
thank you
see
so much.
from Bernard Ol Schaefer saying a big round of applause for me. And
Applause.
Christian sir had
Yeah.
also given a applause. And thank you so much once again. And anything, Bernard sir, if you wish to share about your practices or something, you can do that.
We are at the beginning of explaining virtual rooms in 3D and 360 pictures with spots and quizzes, and we are looking for how we can gamificate this.
You're asking about
laboratories. No, I'm don't asking, but this was because why I'm here. So this was interesting to see the what gamification practicals are there.
Oh, that's fine. Before, when you were saying at the topic, you were puzzling how gamification happens in education. I think that you got the answer after attending this session. Am I true, sir? Have you got lots of ideas about using gamification in different subjects?
I'm working on it. So
which subject do you teach now, sir?
I'm not teaching one subject, especially we are a project about digitalization in for training teachers in Germany, and there we have some projects to show what's possible in schools for with digital tools.
Oh, that's great. Then you are a trainer for teachers. You're a teacher trainer then.
I don't train them. I only make the back work. So I train the trainer.
Oh, then, okay. One step ahead than the trainer. That's amazing. Nice hearing from you, sir. Thank you so much. And Doris, sir, hadn't talked. If any one of you wanted to share, you can, or else we'll wind up. Thank you so much for attending my session. It's indeed a pleasure sharing some innovative projects. Okay, I could get from, hello, I am Iroka from Tanzania, and I got the link too late, but I managed to get in with my device, which has got neither mic nor camera, desktop computer. All in all, thank you for the session. I'll be happy if you could invite me for other sessions. Thank you so much, Iroka from Tanzania. And you can connect with other breakout rooms for up this is the last session for this series of training. And I hope you have already registered and you will get frequent mails about the updates which are there, or else you can always connect to OER Global and look at the updates of this. Thank you so much for joining us. This is the end of today's gamification in education session. And you can also join the final farewell party, which is going to happen virtually after this session was. And we can break out from here. We can leave the room and you can join the main room and join the celebration. Thank you so much. I thank each one of you once again. Thank you. Nandri.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Can you say in Germany as thank you?
Danke.
Vielen Dank.
Danke. Okay.
Vielen Dank. Ja.
Okay, that's fine. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye bye. See you.